Hey guys, welcome to the NRL Saturday betting preview. I've got two bets across the three games coming up today, and I'm going to go through the reason why I'm making each one of these bets. So we're going to cover the Warriors, Manly Seagulls game, Eels, Cowboys, and then the Rabbitohs, Sharks, the night game on Saturday night. Starting with the Warriors Seagulls game, looking at how these two teams match up against each other, they're very even in attack, both 7th to 8th ranked sides in majority of attacking categories, so both capable of putting on points. You can see they're both averaging around the 22 points a game mark, but it's defensively where the separation occurs between these two sides. Warriors currently the number one defense in points conceded, only conceding 14.4 points a game, where the Seagulls rank 12th in that category. Like to see that the Warriors are top 4, top 6 side in most defensive categories, where the Seagulls are bottom 4 side in a lot of categories. So the Warriors should be able to win this game with the current line at -7.5. I feel like that's right around the mark. I wouldn't really have it much higher, and I wouldn't expect it to go up much lower either. So for that reason, I'm not going to make a play on the line in that game. The other lean I had in this matchup was taking the Warriors team total over 22.5. Just on the back of they're at home, they're capable of scoring points, and the Seagulls defense definitely does leak points. However, that number has been juiced down at most places to the $1.70, $1.75 mark. So there's not really a ton of value in it. And it is like kind of getting towards the top of the number that I'd be willing to take. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double up the Warriors into the Cronulla Sharks, who should beat the Rabbitohs. I'll get to that in a second. Pays $1.92 for those two selection, or both those two teams to win their games. Looking at the Rabbitohs Sharks game real quick, the Sharks lead the Rabbitohs in almost every key statistic, both in attack and defense. The Rabbitohs bottom 2 side in majority of categories, both sides of the ball. Not the Sharks are standout in any categories. They're kind of mid-pack, so top half of the league in most categories, but they'll be good enough to beat the Rabbitohs, who they're obviously in the works of firing the coach and everything, and that does make the players lift and get a bit of motivation up so they can hold their spot in the team. We see that a lot of the time when there's issues in the coaching staff and the turnover happens. So that can give the Rabbitohs a bit of a spark. Hence the reason why I'm just staying away from the line. It's into double digits now, 10.5. Feel like that's starting to get a little bit too high. But I wouldn't be surprised at all if the Sharks were to cover it. Just don't have enough faith in their attack to put up a big score. And it could be like one of those potential like backdoor covers. Like the Sharks are leading by 12 to 14 points, and then the Rabbitohs score a late try. So I'm very confident Sharks will win this game. So going to double them up with the Warriors. Rabbitohs were the main team I was fading in the NRL this season. I took the 330 for them to miss the top 8. And so far, so good. That decision has paid off. Unless they make a big run towards the second half of the season, they should be able to miss finals. Then the other game, the middle game on Saturday night, the Parramatta Eels at home to the Cowboys. There's not that many points in the Eels as we saw last week against the Raiders without Moses in the lineup. And they go up against the number 1 attacking side this season in the Cowboys, averaging over 30 points a game, over 16 points in the first half. And they're top 3 in run meters, post-contact meters, and line breaks. Parramatta are going to have to really step up defensively to have a chance of winning this game. On the defensive side, they aren't that bad. They're kind of hit or miss. They're ranked really low in some categories and really high in others, which you kind of don't see all that often. But even at home, I don't think they're going to be able to stop this Cowboys side putting up enough points to win this game. And I don't think the Eels can go with them. So I'm going to take the Cowboys -2.5 at $1.91 at Bet365. I think the Cowboys get this done on the road. That's the only real question mark. Like, Cowboys aren't generally the strongest team away from home. But I think against the Eel side, who isn't at full strength and doesn't have the attacking firepower, they're averaging under 20 points a game, only averaging 8.3 meters a game. Cowboys defense, who is their weak spot, should be able to limit the Eels attack enough to be able to win this game. So the two plays for Saturday, we're going with Cowboys -2.5 at $1.91, and then Warriors into the Sharks at $1.92. If you're following along, good luck. The games on Sunday, we got the Tigers-Dragons game and the Raiders-Titans game. I'm going to be posting a video that'll be out on Sunday morning with the plays across those games. So definitely make sure you subscribe, like this video if you want more videos like this, and